Urban warfare is a type of combat that takes place in densely populated urban areas, such as cities or towns, and contrary to what some may think, there are lots of things from specific equipment to strategies that you can use to take control. And here, I'll reveal it all like a flasher in a dog park. If you liked the video, please leave a like or a subscribe, it really helps me out. But without further ado, let's get into the video. I've spawned in an actual pool. Come on. As always, I'll start with the absolute basics and then get into the strategies, equipment, and more advanced things you should know. So, firstly, building awareness. The unique characteristics of urban terrain, such as narrow streets, alleys, and multi-story buildings, make it difficult to gain situational awareness and maintain control of the area. But this can be overcome by familiarizing yourself with the general layout. You need to observe all the nooks and crannies. You need to look at the windows, what windows give what advantage points. You need to look at the rooftops. Can you get on the roof? Do you need to get on the roof? Where can you see? Where can you set traps? Where can you use decoys? Setting a decoy in a building across from the one you're firing in will give you a huge advantage because it will turn their attention, giving you vital seconds to get in there and murder everyone. This also means taking advantage of elevated positions. The thing about urban areas is there are lots of straight roads directly opposite windows, creating choke points and tunnels of death. This is where your equipment comes into play. First of all, weaponry. For this situation, you're gonna need a rifle of some form, whether sniper or otherwise. Setting up camp in the window and taking people out is significantly more easy with this type of gun. And you can attach smoke grenades to tripwires to see where enemies are, but your primary focus should be on setting up a defense behind you so nobody can flank you by coming into the building or coming into the door that you're behind. But if you find yourself on the lead end of one of these confrontations, your best friend is probably a gas bomb. Throw one at the enemy, cover their entire floor in gas, and then wait while they scramble to get out. Most buildings have one set of stairs and only two doors. As long as you have them covered, there's not really anywhere they can go. But for general traversal around these areas, my recommendation is a shotgun. The double barrel is great because you can fire both barrels at once, doing major damage, but if you miss your target, reloading can be a problem. It's great for raids, buildings, and anywhere with close walls and lots of cover, such as urban areas. It's also good when people are peeking around the corner to just unload some buck in the face. But pump actions work just as well. Great gun, a solid shooter with more than 2 shots, but any close range weapon should do. But if you can't get a hold of a gun, then you need a melee weapon, and the best melee weapon you can probably have in these situations is something heavy like a sledgehammer or a shovel, which have incredible shock damage, meaning you can take down even very armored players. But in the midst of all this, you should also be focused on sound management. Sound feels like it travels much further in urban environments, but that's not true. It's just that these places usually have more players per mile, so be careful not to make too much noise that might give away your position, which means deciding whether or not it's worth closing that door behind you. Assess if the noise risk is worth it, and I mean visual noise too. Smoke, zombies, dropped loot, and so on. Crouch walking or moving slowly can help reduce noise and make you less visible to other players, but it also slows you down, meaning you need to be more picky about the path you take. If you're crossing a road, it's probably worth sprinting across it, limiting the amount of time you're exposed. But don't zigzag when looting houses. Pick a side and stick to it. But if you do get in confrontation, you need to practice cover and concealment. In urban areas, cover and concealment can be crucial for survival, as well as always planning a point of escape. Even if you have a well-fortified base, it's important to plan escape in case of an attack, and have a predetermined escape route and a backup plan in case your primary route is blocked. But the most important thing out of everything is research, and you can research even more techniques for combat and survival by clicking here right now, where I have so many useful tips and tricks that you can start using right away. But as always, until next time.